Since you've been gone by Rainbow. Since we've been gone, Steve. What's been going on, mate?
Well, so much has happened, hasn't it, in the world? Politics and stuff. There's been an election and the like.
I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, and our producer. I say producer. Karl Pilkington.
Alright.
Yeah, very good. We've been away for a while. I think the last show we did was January 2004.
Yeah.
And nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed whatsoever.
Nothing's been mended. I mean, I'm pretty sure I threw that away in the bin before I left.
Yeah, there are some of your old bacon rinds from that sandwich.
yeah. The spare ribs on the floor. Yeah, nothing's changed at all. Oh, no, that's not true. The listenership's changed. It went down slightly, didn't it, on the last radio?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Is that what happened? Did it go down slightly, Karl?
A little bit, I think.
I don't think Excellent gets new listeners, because I think what happens is, because the reason it goes down just very slightly each time is that their old listeners die.
Yeah.
Definitely. Old Cure fans dying of...
Yeah, smack addictions.
Yeah, gout.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, I haven't listened to this station for a year and a half, so that's increased by 1, which is probably quite a high percentage.
Exactly. I mean, I suppose that my question, to you, Rick, would be, why now? Why have you come back now?
I was a bit bored of sitting at home,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're just here for 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Well, we're standing in for Adam and Joe, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tables have turned. I remember when they were standing in for us, but
yeah, I don't know.
But the only reason I'm here is because my housekeeper cleans between 1 and 3.
Oh right, that's a good idea.
So I just want to get out of the house.
And are they listening to XFM?
Well, no, she doesn't speak English. I'm not made of money, Rick. If I can help out, a young immigrant lady, then I will do. And there are so many things I can do for her in so many ways.
Yeah.
But her, picking up my old tea towels and stuff is ideal. So that's why I'm here. But all I'm worried about is I think people kind of associate with the name Ricky Gervais. They associate a certain level of quality. Your live stand-up DVDs. There's a level of quality. You've put a lot of work into them. You've honed it. The TV work you've done, likewise. Should people expect the same from the radio show?
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not. Those things that, you sit down, we sit down, we write them for a long time, we write them for a year maybe, then film them, we worry about everything. This is, I'm not even sure I'm talking into the mic at the moment. I was actually doodling, as you saw there.
Yeah.
I'm eating a sandwich as we speak.
Yeah.
Although we do like music, that is true.
That's absolutely right.
Should we play some great records?
Let's play a great record now.
U2, City of Blinding Light. I'll tell you what, I love U2 now.
Yeah.
I honestly hated them, sort of everything from Boy up to about, I think, Beautiful Day, when that came out. I thought, oh, that's alright. Listen to the album, listen to this album. I love them now, Steve. It's a turnaround, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's that kind of musical insight that I'm looking for throughout this show. Really.
I sound like Dr. Fox then, didn't I?
Some of your tastes and wants and needs.
Dr. Fox. What's happened to him? Is he off air now? Because that's one of the reasons I put no effort into this radio show, because, we go to the Golden Globes the same month, we do nothing at the Sony, and Dr. Fox actually said, that's because you're not very good.
I like the fact that the Dr. Fox criticisms really hit you quite hard. You really took that.
Still talking about it a year later.
Exactly, you've got to let it go, Rick.
Yeah.
But then again, he's a medical man, and...
Yeah, well, you got to believe him a bit.
Trust his opinion.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I could have done without the rectal examination. I think he could have just said, you're not very good.
Exactly.
Try and enunciate. No, I know what the problem is. Or let's have a look down here.
Exactly.
Karl had to go to one of those, well clinics, didn't you?
No, I haven't gone.
Why?
Because I'm not happy with it.
What?
I'm not happy with the whole... Well, it's just... Do people know what them places are?
They'll give you a whole...
Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I've had one, yeah. They check everything.
Which, Suzanne, my girlfriend, was like, you're 30 odd now. When was the last time you went to the doctors? And I haven't been for ages, because I don't...
No, I never go. I never go. Unless I think I'm honestly gonna die there. I'm in agony.
They can always find something.
Jane made me go to one of those things, those boot things where they do a couple £100 and they give you a complete head to toe, don't they?
But head to bottom is what it is. They do the old finger up the arse thing.
Now, what is that testing for?
Well, I like that he said it quietly, because he's on the radio. You can't say arse.
Yeah.
Well, say it quietly. Say it quietly. Yeah. Arse. Yeah, arse. That's what our mistake was, because we got a complaint upheld, didn't we, for saying... And I'm talking about a male chicken here, which is a cock, as you know. Yeah, and we said that word, right? So if we'd have gone, cock, we'd have probably gotten away with it.
You can get away with murder
If you just, yeah.
if you just whisper it very
So go on then, yeah, so.
Go on then,
So yeah, no, I'm not going because I'm not having that done. I don't understand what you're going to find up there. That's
Your head?
no. But why can't you just? I mean, it's the heart that I worry about the most.
You mean that in a kind of romantic sense?
No, I mean like if
They'd
you
have to have a long finger, wouldn't they, to check that out? They go, "Is something wrong with your left ventricle?" Yeah.
Now, this thing about the doctors, they hold your testicles and they make you cough.
Yeah, they don't hold the testicles anymore. They just put it sort of like by the side of them.
And what's that testing for?
I don't know. I think it's something to do with if you got something wrong with your diaphragm or something like that. You can't do it when they press there. I don't know. It shows them something.
So you
it's not doctors having a quick feel.
But so you can't.
Well, that's good because do you remember when Carl said he's going to die of cancer, and I said why? He said I don't check my balls. I said why? He said I don't like the feel. So they feel it for you. They feel them for you, and you can just relax, shut your eyes, and think of England.
But don't mess with them.
What do you mean?
You can do more damage messing about with them. Just leave them. And there's two anyway. You can afford to lose one.
Yeah, I don't think that's the point. I think the point is it sort of spreads, doesn't it? You know, you've got to check the.
No, I mean, I'm not saying if don't do it because they spend a lot of money saying to people, have a quick feel if you've got the time, what have you. But I don't worry about it. Leave it alone.
Why, out of interest, why do doctors stick fingers up your arse?
Check the prostate.
Check the prostate.
Yeah, because if it's swollen, it could lead to all sorts of problems. Again, they're not having a laugh, Carl. They're not going, hang on, look at this bald little mank fella.
But there's no nice way.
I'll feel his balls, stick a finger up his arse and send him home. 300 quid, please, on you go. What about me art? It's fine. And they're all laughing.
Roger, Jeff, stand behind that two-way mirror.
yeah, what's this?
I'm not going anyway. So.
Really, you're not going because you don't want...
No, I'm not happy with that. It doesn't even matter, it's not the fact he's a stranger. If it was someone who I knew, it'd be just as bad.
That'd be worse! Imagine that! At a dinner party. Oh, God. Oh, look, hello, Roger and Selena. Do you mind, Roger, do you mind?
Would you allow any of the celebrity doctors to do it, though? Dr. Dre, Dr. Fox,
any of those.
Doctor Who.
I just don't understand in this day and age.
Would you allow Christopher Eccleston to stick his big northern finger up
Do you got a song on anyway?
What? Beanie Siegel. I love this track.
Oh, it's very urban for you, Rick.
Beanie Siegel. Feel it in the air. Beautiful track, isn't it?
Well, it's wonderful on a lovely summer's day like this as well, Rick. It's the ideal choice. Well done on that one.
Well, I'm a little bit worried that if there are any new listeners, very unlikely, that they may be familiar with our work, but they might not know the wonderful little gem that we found just there, a little rough diamond in the mud.
Yeah.
Karl Pilkington.
Yeah.
Just working here, just working away as a little producer, little sound man, wasn't
crone.
he? Yeah. And he was, we gave him his opportunity, didn't we?
Mm.
It's like Cinderella, wasn't it?
Yeah. And he grasped that opportunity, didn't you, by the horns, and 3 years later, you're exactly where you started. So, good work.
Got Mondays off now.
Well, I thought maybe a useful way of introducing the mind of Karl Pilkington to our new audience.
You use that term loosely.
Yeah, when I say mind, I don't... Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought... Look
at his face!
Oh. There is a website. Have you got the website?
Oh, there's
address?
a website that we just found. Right, Carl, what is the address?
If you are unfamiliar with what Karl looks like...
Please log on to this now.
Log on to this website and stay tuned, but log on to the website because you'll see Karl's face, you'll see some of his pearls of wisdom.
Yeah, now what's the address, Carl?
Freewebs.com.
www.
Yeah, freewebs.com.
Freewebs.com.
Yeah, /
Yeah.
the K-man /
The K-man. It's
Okay.
complicated.
It is, yeah.
Do it again, say it again. But get a pencil now, they've all got a pencil now.
Freewebs.com.
One word. Yeah.
/ the K-man /
Now, when you say dash, is it a dash or is it
Is it in the
an
middle?
underscore?
Is it underscore? Is it in the middle of the word, or is it hover in the middle of the word, or is it at the bottom?
It's just a line and that.
Yeah, I know, but is it an underscore or is it a dash?
Try both.
He copied it down!
Have a go.
That's the sort of level we're talking about!
Well, already you've got some insight into the mind of Karl Pilkington.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But I thought what we should do is we could hijack...
Imagine that! Imagine Bill Gates!
Yeah, or a teacher. In an exam. Pop down both.
Multiple choice!
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Watched a programme about the twins this morning. It was filmed 16 years ago. They are mental. They did everything together, including the backing up. Phone calls had to happen twice so they could both have the same chat, and they said the same stuff at the same time. Well weird. The bloke who I watched it with, I don't know who that is, just some homeless guys that you just invited into the flat?
Just someone I've been sort of working with.
Sure, a mate of yours. He said he fantasised about having it away with a pair of twins. I don't see the point in this. If you're going to have two of something, I would prefer to have two different. Have two different women. If I had two cars, I wouldn't have the same one twice. Same rule with women. I don't even normally like buying the same pair of trainers twice in a row.
No, if you're going to have something new, make a change. It's like that fella who was going out with a woman and then left her and went out with a twin sister. Not worth it.
Not worth it!
It's not worth the upheaval, is it? Because it's exactly the same model.
My theory about reading old news is right. It's less bad when you know it's old. There was a story about a weatherman who was fired yesterday for having a nude picture of himself on the internet. But that happened 2 days ago. He's probably got another job by now. So old news isn't as shocking.
Well, old news isn't news though, is it? It's olds. What are you doing? Just reading the olds?
No, but what I mean is, if someone...
Stick the video on of last week's news. I just want to catch up on the olds.
Yeah, but then it's still news. News is something that you don't know, isn't it? If someone tells
Well, that's
you
everything to you.
That's information, Carl, not news.
Yeah.
But news is information.
No,
And
the key with news is the word new.
No, I don't think it is it? It's just information, but they tell you at 10 o'clock at night. It's like, what information's gone on? Bong. Here's some information.
Yeah, that you didn't know before because you couldn't have, because it only happened today. Bong.
Yeah, but never mind that. I'll tell you in a couple of days. It doesn't matter as long as you get the same info. Bong.
Yeah, we can't call it news though because it's misleading. We'd get done. It's called olds. Bong.
Yeah, but listen to me theory. What I'm saying is that if someone in your family, I don't want to bring the tone down, but someone dies in your family. Now, say if you're away on holiday and they don't call you because they don't want to ruin your holiday, and you come home and they go, Uncle Frank's dead, and you go, oh, when did that happen? And they go, 2 weeks ago. Now, because everyone else has got over it, it's not as bad for you. Because part of bad news is the way everyone's walking around moping, going, oh, have you heard the news? Frank's dead. But because everyone's got over it, time is a healer. That's what I mean about old news. It's better than new news.
But according to you, the only news that really matters is stuff that affects you. So it doesn't matter when you... there was an earthquake, when was it? Yesterday. Phew, that's alright then. Often the aftermath is worse than the actual event. 2, you only care about things that actually happen to you. So the doctor goes, you got a kidney stone. Oh, when did this happen? 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's alright then. Doesn't make sense.
No, but the world is...
You're not upset about dead Uncle Frank just because other people are upset. You'd be upset personally. Wouldn't make any difference when they told you.
Yeah, but it is everyone else's emotions that make it worse, I think. Knocking around people who are miserable.
What about warnings? What about when they do things like smog warnings or, there may be a...
I don't like it on the news when they sort of say, news just in. I think, oh, what's this? You think, oh, what's going on?
But it might be useful to know it.
Important information.
No, it just makes you panic.
What? Yeah, but sometimes knowing stuff keeps you alive.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it. It's sirens, you see, I don't like sirens, do I? I've said to you, I think it's a scary noise.
Well, it's meant to be, so you get out of the way.
No, it's not meant to be. It's a sign to get out of the way. I'd prefer it if it... Like I said...
Hiya, can you just move out of the way?
It can be anything, as long as we know. It can be a chicken noise. But as long as you know
that's not going to freak people out.
No, but it sort of make you smile. But you'd go, oh, best get out of the way.
You're cycling along and you hear what sounds like a giant chicken behind you.
And you smile because you know that even though someone is burning to death, there's something clucking in my way.
That's probably a guy having a heart attack. Going to my mum and dad's today. Got there, mum and dad, his mum made him some dinner. The old woman next door, brackets, whose man was a witch. Just pop that in brackets. Just pop that in brackets. I think we've discussed that before, actually, the old woman whose mum was a witch.
Whose man was a witch?
Yeah.
Oh.
The old woman next door has been worrying because she keeps seeing adverts on the telly about changing to digital TV. She's saying she doesn't want wires drilled into her walls because they'll make a mess. My dad told her that it doesn't matter because it'll probably won't happen until 2012 and she'll be dead by then.
He didn't say that to her, though, did
No,
he?
he did. They've got, she's old. She knows she's going to die. I mean, it's something we've all got in common. And he's right, isn't he? Why is she worrying about it? Maybe that's sorted it out. Put it into perspective for her. You will be dead when this happens. Don't be worrying about it.
Went to bed around midnight. Suzanne and I decided to sleep tops and tails because it made me get a bit more room. Me dad had cut a bit off the mattress to fit it between two cupboards. It's amazing how much of a difference it makes just sawing off a bit of the mattress. You sort of roll to the edge, but the weight of the blankets keeps you in. This is like something from a Roald Dahl book.
No, it's just you think anything you can sort of trim anything, can't you? And it normally works. But with a mattress, I mean, he only took off, I don't know how long that is, but he's sawn off about that much on the mattress and then has stapled it back together again.
Amazing.
And it just makes so much difference.
Of course it does, because a mattress is a very carefully designed object.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so, though, would you?
Well, you
just
would
think
if you had a
it's full of
fucking brain in
sponge.
your nut.
No.
So we decided to sleep tops and tails. It just gets stranger.
So strange. Why?
He did it to make the room nicer with the cupboards on either side.
So he sawed a mattress in half.
Well, not in half.
Can you imagine how much hard it must be to saw a mattress in half? What did he use? What, a big electric saw?
Well, it must have been, yeah, because there's a lot of springs and stuff in there.
Jesus. So what happens to the springs? They just spring out the
Well,
sides.
some sort of stick out a little bit, but you're not lying on top, are you? They come out the side. So it's just got a bit of gaffer tape and a staple gun.
Unbelievable.
Hey, man alive. It's like...
Does he run it as a hotel? That's unbelievable.
There are squats with better bedding arrangements. The mad woman next door saw me and said, "Hello, Clive. You live in a nursery rhyme." The old man down the road, the old woman next door whose mum's a witch, Uncle Alf who lives in a dinky.
This is like not a real place. It's like fucking Narnia.
It's a children's TV programme.
Unbelievable. Oh, God. Oh, just all of them there on this broken mattress trying to find the golden ticket. Oh, God. Oh, God. So, what's the big thing of this year? What's the big thing so far? You'll go, oh, yeah, that was the year that...
I haven't really been following what's going on because of other like personal.
Well, yeah,
issues.
what's the big... Okay, what's the
Just
big thing?
my boiler's playing up still. Sick of it.
Your what?
My boiler.
Your boiler.
The boiler that heats the water up and stuff. But it doesn't.
You know what I'd do in that situation? I'd instantly get a repairman out to sort it out.
Done that twice. It was 80 quid for him just to say, it looks like you need a new one.
Why did you get a new one then?
Call out. Because then you wondered, are you meant to believe him or is he out to sort of...
Well, he's
try
the
and get more
expert.
money? Yeah, but is he? It's
Well, I
like you're meant
dunno.
to get a second opinion, aren't you? Like,
So that was the first time then. So what was the second time? Who came out the second time?
same fella.
And what did he say?
Well, I
What
thought
did
you
he
were going to
call
get a
me?
second opinion.
I know,
Yeah,
but
and
I
also-
called up the company and they just sent him again because it...
Well, call
I
a
think-
different
What was,
company.
what was,
No,
what was
no.
his second opinion? 80 quid?
I undercharged you. It's 150.
No, because they must look in the book and sort of go, oh, Harry went round there or whatever, and they must think, well, he went there last time, so he knows the situation,
Yeah.
and got the same fella again.
Well,
so he
well
turned
and
up.
got the same opinion, I assume.
Same answer, yeah.
So what's his advice?
He just said, there are people out there who will touch it if you pay the right money.
Well, okay, so you're going to get an expert in who does this thing and sorts it out, so...
Well, no, I called
on.
up my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
always knows
He's
someone
the
who
first
can
man to
sort
go to.
stuff out. And he said, one of your cousins is a boiler man. And, yeah, they're coming round, but I've never met them. And it turns out that person, because like the whole family, I'm not into sort of keeping in touch with people.
Sure.
I haven't spoke to my brother for, like, I don't know, 12 years, and sister about 15 years and that. So the idea of this cousin, who he might as well not have said he's my cousin, because I'm not going to know him anyway. I mean, that last fella, Harry, might as well have been related. So they're going to turn up, and now it turns out that because they haven't seen the rest of the family, they're going to like use this as a reunion.
Oh.
What? So they're all going to come round
They're all coming round.
whilst he fixes the boiler.
Yeah, and I hate family things anyway.
So they're going to come round and just look at you?
Well, yeah, apart from the one who's fixing it, he'll be fixing it, and the others will just be sat around sort of going, so, how have you been? It's like, well, where do you start? I haven't seen... seriously, I mean, they are strangers. when they buzz, I could be letting anyone in. They buzz the door.
And so you're going to entertain them all in your flat? Tiny
Well,
little flat?
I said to my dad that I might just say that I've got to go to a meeting, let them in, and then shoot off. And all it's going to do is dig up problems, innit? If my cousin was Einstein, very nice.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's
If
going to
your
add
cousin
extra
was
pressure.
Einstein, then you really are an underachiever.
No, but do you know what? If he was, I'd know about it.
I don't reckon you would know about it.
I
I
reckon
don't
I would.
reckon your family would be that impressed with Einstein.
They would have stayed in touch.
He
wouldn't
was
they?
always the weird one with the scruffy hair and his tongue out.
Yeah. I remember our early ambition was to actually be educational as well as hopefully entertaining, and I feel perhaps at times we've perhaps slightly shortchanged listeners in terms of what they're learning.
Well, they're not learning anything because also, even as, compared to Carl, we are educated, but we're guessing a lot of the stuff, and he flummoxes us, sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun trying to be pompous and professorial enough just to fight Carl's ignorance.
I think we've learned more new words from Carl than we've learned anything else.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
been a lot of the made-up words, perhaps more than ever before. And also some of the most abstract conversations I think we've ever had. I mean, Carl's, as he gets older, becomes more and more arrogant and confident.
He said a new one to me the other day. There was a problem downloading, and he said they've added to the fuckerage. Which is good.
Yeah.
No, I reckon the stuff we know is enough now, and all we tend to do is find problems.
All the mysteries still in the world. The
What a prick.
mind-body problem.
What a prick.
How to save the world.
Yeah, but we know, are we? We know it's dying. We don't know how to fix it.
Not yet, we don't.
Turn your lights off.
But then we
You
didn't.
turn yours off. Just get sick of it. Leaflets through the door all the time. Turn your eating off. Turn the lights off. Living like a mole.
I love his little internal dialogues out loud. They're fantastic. The little discussions he has with himself. Oh, I can't wait till he's old. That's going to be amazing, us three. When we're about 75, 80, he's fucking moaning. Oh, we're in a little home together. I just fucking... fucking hell. Oh, Carl. Do you remember when you were 73? No, do I fuck?
Tell us the Tic Tac anecdote again.
Oh, what a fucking useless bunch of cunts.
But there's always something. I mean, when we were out the other night, Steve, right? There's a programme on about a spider that's a foot long and eats chicken. No one's talking about it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, well,
I'm sorry. I had to stand up because I thought I was going to explode. What do you mean there's a spider that's a foot long and eats chicken?
There was a programme on about it, about
Yeah.
how there's this spider in the jungle or something. But
Yeah.
I missed it because I was out, but no one's talking about that in the papers. That's to me, that's a worry.
That's about why. In case it nicks your Sunday roast. What do you mean?
No,
Well, no,
the
but if it
chicken-
likes chicken now, Rick, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
in like 2
It's a
years' time,
taste.
who knows what it might
I know,
have.
it move up the evolutionary ladder,
No.
it start liking Carl, then humans.
No, I'm not bothered about the chicken bit, because I eat chicken, that isn't that shocking, but the fact it's a foot long, and no one's, it's just on a Thursday night, no one's talking about it.
What do you expect, though? What do you expect from this? It's got its own PR. What do you want? What do you want this spider to be famous? Where is it? Where is it?
It's in the jungle.
It's not worrying anyone then, is it? It's not going to move.
Well, why,
It's not
it
going
can, though.
What do you mean?
What do you mean it's not going to move?
Well, how's it going to get here? Is it going to get on a bus?
There's waves and that, they're coming bananas and all that. So, don't worry about it. So, I'm not, if you're going to be like that.
Anyway, listen, we better line up Babushka, we better play that surely, because I know you need to analyse those lyrics. That's very important to you, I know. We've still got that cork hitting.
Cork on their head's going to be great. We're going to put his little head down and really give it a firing.
Sponsored by Lynn.
Jess's Girl by Rick Springfield. The reason I played that is twofold. One, it's one of the prizes we're giving away. It's an album called Rock Gods, and that's with a Z, right, and an umlaut over the O.
Yeah.
And it's got Kiss, Judas Priest, Deep Root of the Darkness. I mean, it really is good. It's all your classic rock tracks. The other reason I want to play it is because I like that song, and it's a great little uptempo bubblegum pop song, rock, great. But it's got one of the worst lyrics in it. he's he's worried about bringing up the fact that he loves his girlfriend's his mate's girlfriend, and he goes, should I bring it up? He goes, I tell her that I love her, but the point may be moot. Just
You don't use that in a rock song. The point may be moot. Well, I was listening to Christian O'Connell on the Breakfast Show when he had this bounty hunter thing running a couple of weeks back, and I don't know what, but anyway, he ended up with Brian Adams in the studio doing a live session. Brian, good natured or whatever, but you can't help but feel with Brian that he thinks that he's Bruce Springsteen, but there's something wrong. I mean, he's got the voice and the guitar, he can play and everything, but there was a lyric, and he played it completely earnestly, and it was a session, and the lyric was something, it was from his recent album, and the lyric was along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was along the lines of, I'm sat in my hotel room, there's a knock at the door and I get kind of nervous. I'm hoping it's you, it's just room service. Which is extraordinary, but Christian came up with the best, they finished it, and obviously Christian was thinking, what did I say? And he came up with the best answer if you've had a session that you're not entirely convinced by. He just said quite simply, that sounded great.
That's good.
Which is amazing. Who are you complimenting there? The engineer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, the sound recordist, what does that mean?
That's great!
That sounded great.
Yeah, good, we got some good mics.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Adams. Is it true he bought the pub next door to him and closed it down because they were noisy?
I hope so.
Yeah, that's what money's for.
Oh,
That is what money's for, isn't
absolutely
it?
Right.
Waking up the neighbours. That was his album, wasn't it?
That was right.
That was, I don't know if that was before or after that, whether it was related or not.
Well, if you buy a house next to a pub, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So move, rather than ruining the fun for everyone.
It's more good advice from Karl Pilkington. Karl, while we're
just,
talking to you, we should give these answers to Rockbusters. It's the big quiz. And of course, the winner this week goes forward to play in the grand final in 6 weeks' time, where they get to win all those amazing gifts. We've
A signed Homer drawn, especially for Karl by Matt Groening, Nigel Tufnell signed rare poster. They're amazing. Should we give away a sort of, maybe a original print behind the scenes of extras? We've got some amazing pictures, filming extras. I was thinking the other day, like how excited I am to be with Karl and let off corks on his head. Well, our editor, long-suffering editor Nigel, we worked with Ben Stiller, Kate Winslet, Sam Jackson, all these people for 8 weeks. It was amazing. But my highlight, I thought about it, and my highlight was dressing Nigel up, our editor, in a baby grow.
Sure.
It was, I planned it, we got the department, costume department hired it, and we dressed it up, and it looked brilliant, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just,
And that is BBC licence fee money going towards you dressing up your editor. Because you didn't pay for it. The BBC paid for it, so that is how your money is being spent, people.
But it's available on the DVD again.
Exactly.
Nothing's wasted.
Which you have to buy for 15 quid. Sure. So yeah, it's a win-win situation.
It's the whole thing is one big reality game show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
XFM 104.9 playing Green Day. The studio's falling apart.
I know, his microphone broke, then
I'll be honest
mine
with you,
broke.
Rick, I don't know why Lindauer's, the sparkling wine, want to be associated with this shambles of a show.
It is falling apart. This is awful, this studio. It's got to be fixed. Right? Right, now, Karl, come round here. It's the time where I'm going to let a cork off. Do you want to film this, Steve? For
Yeah,
the website? That'll be available on the website next week. RickyGervais.com. So see Karl getting hit. One bloke suggested we leave the metal cap on because it's get a better pitch. But we'll take that. He's staying.
Hang on, let's get the camera ready.
Get the camera ready. Ready?
So if you've just joined us, we are using some Lindauer's sparkling wine to basically, what can I say? We fire a cork at Karl's round
ready?
head.
Ready?
Hang on a sec. Let me just put the headphones on.
Right, film this then.
Okay.
He's in position. Look.
Just firing
right.
up.
Okay, Karl, come on there so we can see your head a little bit. We want to get the noise, the microphone there. Right, ready? Hold on.
Good. So you're just doing it.
Hold on. Now it's in position. What if it? Oh. Ready?
Yep.
Oh God! Oh.
Oh, it's like Jackass.
Did it hurt?
You hate me?
What do you mean? Did it hit you?
I sort of just...
It went off. It went off course. Did it? Just glanced, did it?
Right, Lindauer's, you're going to send us 8 more bottles, please.
Yeah,
we're going to get this right.
Homesick. Kings of Convenience. Beautiful.
Yeah.
On XFM 104.9. Well, that's nearly the end of our first of 6 shows.
I'm
Our
just thinking
summertime
back to
special.
some of the highlights, Rick, so far today. I don't know what you've made of it. We
Finger at the arse.
Finger at the arse, testicles early on.
Orientals don't age very well. Bit of racism. Bit of racism with the Germany's full of cants.
Yeah, that was
That isn't
swearing.
swearing. cork on the head, champagne down the electrical works. So good. Just the finale is monkey news, obviously.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news, yeah.
There isn't. I've been away, haven't I?
There's been no monkey news. You can't get.
No, but I haven't had a proper chance to sort of,
Carl, your monkey news is of spurious tales from the 17th century sometimes. So let's have one of those.
No,
let's have a monkey who dressed as Zorro and they thought he was a woodsman, but when they took his head off he was a 4-foot hairy chimp. Let's have one of those ridiculous stories.
Well, we've done that though. But do you want to go back on some of the ones?
Oh, for what is the monkey news? There must have been some monkey news this week.
The only thing that sort of stood out, do you know, like, they're having problems...
You're just making this up! Where's your information? Where's the piece of paper? Where's the document? What is this?
Because I've been away, so I haven't got anything to
let's
report
But it's bad enough when he's reading it he gets it wrong. When he's just riffing, it's going to be absolute twaddle.
Let's hear it out.
Right, do you know, like, they're having problems getting new people to be policemen?
Oh,
Go on.
They've, in America... They're taking them on to, sort of, join the SWAT team.
They've taken what on?
Some little monkeys.
Okay.
Giving them walkie-talkies and all that. And,
well, they can't talk.
They're just walkies.
They don't have to...
Yeah, giving them some walkies. What do you mean? What was...
being given commands and that. And,
so it's one way, they tell them, they've got the little thing strapped to them.
They're good at, like, getting into small places and that, and sort of, cracking stuff and all that. Like I say, it's just half a story I just picked up on.
That's not a story!
Well, what do you want?
Monkey news!
Well, I'll get some better stuff next week, but I've literally, like, got off a plane.
This is the worst, this is one of the worst shows we've ever done.
And that's saying something, Rick.
We've
done some tripe.
This is nothing. And to end with the police in America have given monkeys walkie-talkies, that's nothing. That is a disgrace.
And what do you mean that you've not had enough time to prepare? We've been off air for 18 months.
Yeah.
What, there's been no accumulated monkey news in that time?
It's got to keep it fresh though, hasn't it?
Great one.